We are talking about Newton's 3 laws of motion. In this video, you are also going to see some examples by students in your class. These laws are called Newton's laws because they were discovered by Isaac Newton. Our first law says that an object at rest stays at rest and an object in motion will stay in motion. Let's deal with that part first. Unless acted upon by an unbalanced force. All this is saying is that if an object is moving, it's going to keep moving, and it's going to keep moving at the same speed and in the same direction unless something interferes with it. For example, one student is going to kick the ball. The other student will have to stop the ball. The ball is going to keep moving at the same speed and in the same direction that the student kicked it in until the other student stops it. Newton's second law states that the acceleration, or the amount of speed an object can pick up, increases with increased force, and it decreases with increased mass. And it has to go in the same direction as the force. All this means is that if an object is moving, if we want it to move faster, we are going to put more force behind it. So we're going to push it harder. For example, one of the students is going to push the chair. They aren't going to use much force, so the chair doesn't go very far, and eventually friction is going to slow it down and stop it. Then a student is going to push the chair much harder, adding more force. The chair is going to go much further until it either stops due to friction or runs into an object. Newton's third law states that when one object exerts force on another object, the second object exerts an equal and opposite force on the first object. What this means is that when one object uses force on another object, the second object, or whatever you're using force on, is going to push back at you with the same amount of force. For example, our students are going to try to push the wall. Now, we already know that the wall is going to be way too heavy to push. However, what you can't see is that the wall is pushing back or exerting force back onto the three students. These are called action and reaction forces. One force does something, so the other force does the same thing. For your summary, come up with an example of one of Newton's 3 laws of motion.